Hi there, today I'm excited to walk you through the Concord Field Service Solution. Concord is used in over 13 industries all around the world. It's the go-to field service solution for companies who run SAP Business One. Concord makes it easy for you to manage repairs, preventive maintenance, projects, pickups and deliveries, or any service you may provide. At the end of the day, our goal is simple, to help you get things done smarter, faster, and without any paperwork. Today we're going to walk through just a basic repair scenario. I'll show you how easy it is to create a work order, schedule it, monitor it, and ultimately how a technician can complete the work order out in our mobile app. Finally, I'll show you how all that syncs into our back-end system where you can run some great analytics on your work order performance. So with that, we'll get started. I'll click the plus button down here. Let's assume somebody calls in about a new work order or a piece of equipment that broke down. In this example, we'll say it's going to be a forklift. So I'll just type in the asset ID and click forklift. Let's assume that it's an emergency breakdown and that the engine light is on. Again, you'll see how easy it is just to create a work order, get things in the system. And so here we can see the engine light is on. Up here you'll see that we have a variety of different teams. So if we'd like to assign this to different locations, different skill sets, we could go ahead and do that. Here on the left we have a list of the technicians who are going to be working today. And what I'll do is I'll just drag and assign this perhaps to Alex. Of course, what I can also do is drag this over to the calendar and drop this on a particular day of the week. So I'll just drop this on the 27th and we'll flip into our weekly view. So in the weekly view, this is a great way to see everything that's going on across the organization, tracking all the different work orders. If I want to see more information about any one of these, I can just click on this and I'll see the 3 work orders that are going to be scheduled for this time. If they're in blue, then that means they're yet to be completed, and if they're in green, it means they've been finished. So I'll click on pending. We'll see that this is a work order we just created, and I'll go ahead and I'll assign this to Alex. Let's say we want to do it on Sunday, but we could also drag this into his day on Tuesday. With that, I can click on Alex, see what he has assigned to him, and then we'll open this up on Alex's iPad. So here we can see he'll instantly get this work order assigned to him. Once we do that assignment, we can send him a text message, an email, and he can link to that work order through his smartphone. So we'll click on the work order and he'll get all the information that we'd like to see. We'll see the customer name, their address, any information that you'd like to include here. It's all configurable. If you'd like to see a full history of the asset, the full history of maintenance on this particular asset, just click Show Related and you'll see everything that's happened with it. You can drill into those as you'd like. We offer time capture as well, so we can track how long technicians are taking to get things done and how efficient we are out in the field. If you're in a rental situation and this is a check-in or a check-out scenario, we're going to know meter usage and exactly what the overage amount, what the limit is. Say we give them 40 hours of usage for a week, we're going to know what the overage is immediately. So let's say we get out there, we diagnose this, the engine light is on, and it turns out it actually needs just a simple oil change. So I'm going to click Oil Change here as a procedure. And notice the parts associated with this oil change will automatically populate. We have estimates in here for 4.5 quarts of oil and about 1 hour of labor. And we of course provide step-by-step instructions with how to perform this procedure. So we can do put in some remarks here, oil change complete. I'll mark that off. And then when we come down to here, I'll just put in the actual amount of oil that I used. What's great about this is that we also handle any type of inventory you want to manage, whether it's lot or batch managed, serial managed, and of course we handle multiple warehouses as well, so it's really easy to jump through the system and keep track of your inventory while you're out in the field. So the only other thing that you could set up some fields here to be required, for instance a resolution. And if this is a required field, we won't let you complete the work order until it's filled out. I'll put in some remarks here for future technicians to keep note of. I'll save that. and then you'll see that we have an attachment section. Maybe this is an owner's manual. Maybe this is some notes from a previous technician. Whatever we need to keep track of can all be managed right here. If we're doing customer sign-offs, if we're working with a customer, or if we just want our supervisor to sign off on this, we can capture that customer signature. We can also take photos and do a variety of other things out here on our mobile device. I'll scroll back up to the top. It looks like this one's good to go. And you'll see that if this is a customer and we're delivering the oil to the customer, we can generate a delivery note. Some other examples of documents we can create are mobile invoices, goods issues, purchase requisitions, and even purchase orders. You also see here that there's a little approve button. So if we want to send this work order in our workflow, say to an approver first, we have the flexibility to handle an approvals process and maybe even really setting up a nice chain of events for these work orders to get processed. I'll mark this as complete. You'll notice it'll be updated now that the engine light is on. This has been moved to complete. This is work order 29294. So I'll go and show you what that looks like here in the back office. We'll flip over into our back end system, and I'm just going to open up a work order right here. We'll skip to the last record, and you'll see that same work order 29294. It's for that Heister forklift, the customer name associated with it. If we drill into the maintenance details tab, we'll see that we did an oil change. It's been finished. And then we'll also see the items associated with it, that 4.5 quarts of oil and the 1.5 hours of labor. Again, this is so we can track the actual cost of this work order as it pertains back to this Heister forklift, a serialized asset. So some of the things we can do from here as well, we can also do a delivery, an invoice, a goods issue, a PO, or a purchase rec, all from the document itself. If everything looks good, I'll put in the finish date and just move this to finished. Before I do that, you'll see how flexible this workflow can get. We work with companies who have upwards of 20 steps in this workflow process. Also companies who are just the technician creates the work order out on their iPad and they just complete it as they go. It's really as flexible as you need it to be. I'll hit update. Oops, got to put in a close date. And that'll mark this work order as closed. The only other thing to show you here is that if we drill back into the asset master for this serialized forklift, we'll be able to see how all of that plays back into the full maintenance work order history tab here. So I'll pull up this history tab and we can see that this one's been marked as finished. We have a bunch of different things that are going on. We'll be able to tally up the actual cost in our reporting. And while I'm over here, I'll also show you our scheduled maintenance feature. So you can see here that we just set up the oil change to happen every 3 months or every 200 hours, whichever is greater. And we can see the next maintenance date. Again, you don't have to use spreadsheets anymore to be managing your scheduled maintenance. You don't have to be piecemealing everything together. Your asset is stored here with all the accounting information, with all your work order information, with your whole rental history, and all of your scheduled maintenance is set up here. Once you set it up, everything runs on autopilot. All you have to do is, I don't want to save these changes. All you have to do is come over here, and I'm just going to select Generate Scheduled Maintenance Work Orders. What this does is it's a little wizard that tells me, hey, if I'm looking for the end of this month, I want to see everything that's due for a PM. We'll hit refresh. We'll see every asset. If we have 800 assets, only the ones that are due for a PM are going to show up here. If I can select all them and generate all those work orders. Just as you saw me create the work order in the scheduling system or out on a mobile device, the work orders magically appear there with the items that need to be consumed, the inventory items that need to be consumed, in addition to estimated labor assigned to the proper teams, the mechanic team, the I&E team, whoever it may be, and it's ready to work. It's as simple as that. So if you have any questions or would like to see how Concord can work for you, just visit b1fixedassets.com or reach out to your SAP partner today. Thanks for watching.